Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and welcome to our football construction site as we build the team through the 2018 NFL Draft. You always hear others say that this particular draft is weak, or wait until next year to take this particular position, or the draft is an inexact science. Well, we at Football Game Plan believe that all three of those statements are huge myths, and we are here to show you why, as we will infuse talent onto each NFL team to make them better. Before we get started, let's take a look at the mock draft rules. Number one, this mock draft will be using the Football Game Plan scouting ranking, so that's why you will probably see guys go higher or lower than what's seen elsewhere. That also ties into point number two. These picks are based off what I would do as the GM of the team, not what I think will happen or what will happen or what I've heard. It's simply based off what I would do as a GM, based off what I believe the perceived team needs are. And finally, it's only a mock draft, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Also, to check out the grades of all 532 prospects that we've graded in this upcoming draft class, visit the website at the bottom of the screen. The Seattle Seahawks missed the playoffs last season for the first time in a while, and the goal is not only to return but make a deep run. They have 8 picks in this year's draft to make it a reality. In round 1, I addressed an immediate need for them along the offensive line with Isaiah Wynn out of Georgia. Wynn was a tackle for the Bulldogs, but would more than likely kick down inside as a pro. In the 4th round, I wanted to address the running back position with Royce Freeman out of Oregon. In my opinion, he'll give them a bona fide bell cow that they can rely on from week to week. That's very good on both ends of offense. Here's where the Seahawks can do a lot of damage in round 5, as they have 4 picks. With the way this mock draft fell for them, tight end Mike Gesicki was still on the board out of Penn State, and he was a no-brainer selection, as he'll give them a significant receiving threat over the middle of the field. Kevin Tolliver out of LSU fits the mold of a Seahawks corner, big, physical, and a solid tackler. And I think Tolliver could eventually end up as a safety within this defense. Speaking of safety, here is one in free safety, Trey Flowers out of Oklahoma State. I like his length and athleticism and feel as though he could serve as a slot safety for the Seahawks defense. And rounding out the 5th round with defensive tackle Abdullah Anderson out of Bucknell. Anderson was a 4-time Patriot League, All-Patriot League performer, and still has a ton of upside left in his game. He's also very versatile, having played multiple roles up front for the Bison. In round 7, I went north of the border for a sleeper prospect in Godfrey Onyeka out of Wilfrid Laurier. And here's a guy that stood out to me at the East-West Bowl last May up in Quebec City, and I followed him throughout this past season, and he became a top CFL draft prospect for this upcoming year. So he may be a top 3 CFL draft pick in the 2018 draft, but with his ability to cover and also play out in space, I believe that we'll see him on an NFL roster before he heads up north. And finally, the Seahawks need to strengthen their QB2 spot, and Kenny Hill out of TCU I think would be an ideal fit. I like the growth that he's made at TCU since transferring from Texas A&M, and gives them a stylistically similar prospect to grow and develop behind Russell Wilson. So that's a wrap for this edition of Building Through the Draft. If you want to watch our other NFL Team 7-round mock draft videos, as you should, be sure to subscribe to us on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan, where you can also catch all of our FBGP scouting prospect ranking videos, and also subscribe to Football Game Plan podcast on iTunes and check out the Scout Team podcast.